Hi, welcome to my channel. This first project that I'm working on is a teak table that I'll be repairing and refinishing. I got this table about 10 years ago at an auction, and it's got 7 slats on top, or 6 slats on top in the middle that are about half-inch thick, and the this is underneath. It's got 4 much wider slats and thicker. I believe these are about 3/4 inch. It's all teak, and the issue with the top is that number one, the slats are cupped, and the spaces in between is I believe they had wood filler at one point, but now it's all gone, and the cracks they basically have all the crumbs from the dinner table in it. So the project will be to fill the those voids with epoxy, and to fix some parts of it that are broken. We can start to sand using the belt sander. This is, I believe, about 100 grit, and it clogs quite often. One of the repairs that need to be done is one of those triangular blocks that is in between the leg and the rail. And so here I'm going to try to match the stain that's on the table. I didn't quite get the same color, but I think it'll be okay. I'm using oak here as a replacement block. I don't have any teak. It's time to take the block that's broken. You can see that there's a line there. It's broken in half, and so I'm taking the filler out that's covering the screws, and removing the entire block. I'll replace it with that oak piece. One of the indication of the time that a certain piece of furniture has been made is the type of screws that have been used. Here in this particular block, it's looks like a screw from the 80s or 90s. This was repaired already, and so, but from the other pieces that I took out of this table, it looks more like the 50s or 60s. The screws were much older. Okay, time to fit and install a new piece to replace the old piece that was broken. And Tuck is there to inspect my work. Well, this one I installed glued, and all the three other ones I also removed and re-glued them all. The other ones were not broken, so I kept them. And as you see, the oak is slightly different color, but it'll work. This is the second repair that I need to do, is change the, well, round over the ends of the rails so that instead of being squared and they're nice and round. I don't know how many times I knocked my knee on those while having dinner. As you can probably tell, this table is primitive built, or at least it's made to look pretty primitive. So I'm using a rasp to make this round over and kind of leaving the tool marks. It's time to do some last sanding, some detail sanding on the sides, and you'll see later that I'll clear the dust off the table with a leaf blower, and also with some compressed air to make sure that all the dust is out of those cracks before I'm going to do a first staining, which it's really just to get an idea of what color I'm going to get on the top. Oops, that's going to leave a mark, and it did leave a mark. It made a gouge. Oh well, I'll fix it. This part I needed to tape over all of the cracks from underneath that the epoxy might come through. And so I did one pass, and after the first pour, I discovered some new areas where the epoxy would flow through. So I needed to put some extra ones, but it did work out pretty well. I didn't want to cover the entire table with epoxy, so I used a syringe to really put the epoxy right into the cracks, and that worked out well. It didn't make too much of a mess, and those big syringes that I got from Amazon, um, it worked well for this purpose. A nice to get a nice clear epoxy. It's very important to remove all the bubbles, and the best way, or I think the only way to do it, is with a blowtorch like this. And you have to be careful not to stay in the same spot for too long, because you're going to burn the epoxy, and it doesn't look good. After 3 pours of epoxy, all the spaces between the slats were filled with the epoxy, and even overfilled, so we can sand later. But there was 2 spots that would not fill up with epoxy. I'm not sure where the epoxy was going, somewhere in between the 2 layers of boards that make up this table. This was one of them right here. So I decided to fill those 2 voids with some wood filler, and stain it black, and then do one last epoxy pour, and that seemed to have worked. So you can see that they're filled, so that just a bump that we can sand later. And this is the sanding. Start with a belt sander, and not too coarse of a grit. I believe it probably 120 to start, and that worked out quite well. Staining part 2. It's the same formula I used previously. I think a little bit darker, but basically the same. And the last step, I'm adding 2 coats of Danish oil on it, on the top. The bottom doesn't need it. So we apply and buff. And here's the final result. It's a nice sheen on it, and it's ready to move back into the house. Moving day, and the table's ready to go. I put some foam underneath just to make sure it doesn't scratch. I'll take that 2-wheel cart and move it in the house. And there's a flat on the 2-wheel cart. Gotta fix the flat, and I'll be right back. Moving day, take 2. It's a bit of a rainy November day, but it has to be done. Probably something I haven't mentioned. This table weighs about, I'm guessing, about 300 pounds. It's very heavy, and I was struggling to actually tip it over when I was working on it. It's extremely heavy. Lost the phone.
Is that box there okay?
No.
Okay, just a sec.
Well, this is gonna stop here for now.
Okay. It goes close. Close. Tuck. Go there. Go on the couch. Go on the couch. Tuck.
There's no way to.
No.
Gotta go the other one.
Tuck, go on.
There's Linda
No.
directing traffic in the living room.
On the couch. Good boy. Good boy. Tuck. Get on the couch. Go on the couch. On the edge. Go on. Good cat. You friggin' cat. It's okay, Stella. Do you want the styrofoam?
Hey,
You want the
No.
styrofoam? No?
no need.
Huh?
No need.
Okay.
Okay, you can go on this side. Come on this side.
Yeah?
I'll move the table down and pull the cart.
Got it.
Touchdown. Okay.
Wow. Styrofoam. What's that?
Duck found his usual spot underneath the table.
Wow.
That's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll be posting some more videos at a later date.